Last time we landed on the planet, it has a name but it's irrelevant. Met Bao-Dur, who creeps you out.
Yes, he does.
Still here. This was gas mines. Now we need to find a ship.
What do you mean gas mines?
You saw what just happened.
Yeah, mines that release gas. Give me more.
Mines that release gas. This base has serious security. And you asked what Bao-Dur's arm was for. Well, this is what it's for. He punches force fields.
Were a little surprised when I broke my way out of my holding cell.
What?
The shields there were even
He punches
weaker than
force
these.
fields.
After you.
I don't get what's hard to understand about that.
The reasoning.
He has special armor. I assume drains the power somehow. This place is armed to the teeth of gas mines. There's a high gas mine concentration. La 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 la. Oh, it's a dead body. Seriously, the gas mines are ridiculous. They're everywhere. Swiping the loot. So yeah, every force would come up across you, get Bao-Dur to punch.
That's quite useful.
It's a useful ability. It's really not used outside this one level ever. At least I don't remember it.
I was going to say, is it likely to be used outside levels?
Yes.
Weird
It's
thing
very much a bit of a one-trick pony.
It's weird thing to introduce and go, it's his special ability. Now we're never going to use it again. And the gas mines. Okay, he clearly kicks that force field. It's his armor, doesn't it? I assume. These robots are stupid. I fail to see the practicality of these droids in how they move and everything.
Practicality is overrated.
No, no, but they always hop like frogs, and they seem very top heavy. You can just push them over.
Unless they've got some kind of gyroscope on the
Yeah,
inside,
they might.
or they're very heavily weighted on that foot to avoid that.
Oh, they're dead. And you can loot them for bits. That door's just painted on. Onwards, team. Gas mine. Gas mine. Gas mines.
Let's go.
He'll be fine. A bit of gas won't do any harm.
Yes.
Here's all this is. It's long. I'm curious if Jedi can deflect bolts with a sword.
Let us
So I assume the blades are electrified, so they, like General Grievous's guards' stars were, so they were cut in half
Yeah,
by lightsabers.
one would assume so.
So I'm now curious if they can deflect laser bolts with it. It needs to be tested. And they are electrified because you can put energy cells in them. If you on ones you can mod. Or I assume they have some sort of electrical current running through them. I'm just curious, there's something kind of cool about seeing them wield actual swords. It's the one time this game actually feels like it's set 10,000 years in the past. Right, everything just looking the same. Because technology doesn't move.
What is it?
What's going on?
Punch. Oh, he backhanded that one. Get fancy. Shield or force field punching. La da da da. Hey.
Let us end this.
Dude, those turrets make sense. They're sensible. Low to the ground, wide base. Although they do rock back when they fire. They're a sensible design. I approve that design. Place goes on for days. Hey, we found the shuttle though.
Hey.
What is
Punch
it?
that one with his wrong hand.
There she is, one orbital shuttle.
Ah, it's his voice again.
Looks like it's in serviceable condition. That's all a moot point, though.
He's just
The hangar bay
creepy.
doors are
He's
closed.
just
I
calm
don't
and
fancy flying the
relaxed.
shuttle
That's
outside.
creepy.
So everyone should be wound up way too tight. Otherwise,
No.
it's weird.
Also
He
need to
is
find the mission
creepy.
codes for the shuttle, or else we'll have some trouble getting off the ground.
The way he
If we
talks,
get all
it's
that, I wouldn't
just
worry
slightly
about
off.
This heap is in. I'll get it running.
I'm sure you will. We need the ignition codes and to open the shuttle bay doors. Or the hangar bay doors, I suppose. Do. Open doors. Nice angle. That was necessary. Oh, the reactors are flying. Well, we're going to turn the reactor off. On,
Let's go.
not off. It's already off.
Yes.
Punch. Wrong hand again. Do. Oh, thank God, turn the gas vents off. I only have one breath last, which means 2 of us are getting poisoned. Although later on, you do learn the forceability of being able to hold your breath. It's a bit more complicated now, but I call it the ability to hold your breath.
I hear you.
Light people, onwards. We must turn reactor and find the ignition code, which I assume is like the keys to the shuttle.
Yeah.
Some sort of secure. But cars don't have keys anymore these days, don't they? Like, more flashy cars just don't have keys, or at least no ignition. Or they do, but they have buttons you press. And that's one car I win. Yeah, I've got an orange again. Ooh, a regal visor. That sounds fancy.
Sorry, regal.
Regal visor. It ups my charisma. It makes me more charismatic somehow. I don't
Like
know
a
how.
king.
I don't. Or queen. They need to be, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
I say it makes me more charismatic. I think that works like Adam Jensen's pheromones he somehow excretes.
Oh, you just reminded me of that weird thing.
That's back in the sequel.
Is it?
Adam Jensen's ability to be really persuasive. Ah, yes, this guy. Actually, a different voice file for him. It actually sounds panicked. Oh, now he's calm again. Should I help you? Well, let's think about this. You work for Circa, that means you're evil just by association. And I can't really be asked to walk all the way back, leaving you there. I'm not going to kill you, I'm just going to leave you here. It's the Batman Begins. I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you. That somehow excludes me from any guilt. How did that work again?
Let's go.
In Batman Begins.
Set and activated.
Yes.
It's at the end of it, isn't it?
Yeah, but how does that like get around that moral quandary? If I don't save you, it means I didn't kill you, and my conscience is clear.
It's. I mean, technically, it's not because it's the whole thing about it's murdering by proxy kind of thing.
Batman doesn't kill people unless he's written by Frank Miller, but then he's just a horrible
Or
person.
in a Zack Snyder film.
Or in a but they don't count. They have Superman killing people in that, so.
Yeah, but Superman doesn't. It's not his go-to reaction. It was Batman's go-to reaction in Dawn of Justice.
What is it?
It's one of my big issues with it.
That's your only issue.
Hmm?
That's your only issue with it?
No, I said it's one of my issues with it. I have there's a lot of issues I have with that film, but particularly their portrayal of Batman. That's one of my issues with it.
Well, the outfit does look Frank Miller-ish. So if they're going
The outfit is very good.
If they're going for a Frank Miller-ish style of Batman, who is a horrible person. Well, it's
Well,
modern
that's the thing,
day
it's not
Frank.
really. It's the whole thing about it. Just feels like it's sort of needless. At the same time, as is often the case with Zack Snyder films, add a bit of bloody colour.
Watchmen
They
was
mute
colourful.
everything.
Watchmen was colourful.
Watchmen was colourful. It's the only
Watchmen
bloody-
was colourful because they used the comic as the storyboards.
Yes, but
That's
the thing
why.
is, when you look at the actual like photographs of when they were doing the filming, the costumes for if you look at like Man of Steel, or even Dawn of
Actually
Justice,
blue.
it's actually blue. It's actually red. They're actually really nice, deep colours. Trouble is, what Snyder just does is he just mutes it down. He just
That's how
turns
you know
contrast.
it's serious. When it's grim, gritty, and muted colours.
But
That's
you
how
don't.
you know
it's
things are
I
serious.
mean, and even then, the whole battle sequence in Dawn of Justice is it's light versus dark, but it'd be day versus night, light versus dark. The whole thing is dark. You can't. There's very little colour, which does make it difficult to pick things out sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And nearly everything's always. I know it's a Batman thing, and Batman generally only works at night.
It's always night in Gotham. We know this.
Yes,
It's never daytime in Gotham.
But it's the whole nature of all of it is always night. It's always night, so it's always dark. There's no good lighting. Never.
And the lighting crew were on strike during the film.
But no matter what, the colours, even if it is like in an interior area, the colours are muted. It is dark.
I hear you.
You found the reactor. Apparently, you can turn them on by just pushing the button.
That's good.
It's a rather streamlined reactor. I don't know what it runs on.
That's worryingly streamlined.
Yeah. Uh-oh, I sense a boss fight. Oh. It's like the Gonk droid, but bigger. And not made out of a dustbin. It's the Super Gonk droid. My fanfiction OC character now. And then that turret turret's on for some reason. But only these turrets. Don't know that. Now we'll go all the way back. Oh, this game needs a mount. It's created to Old Republic, it gives you mounts.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Well, yes, you can get actual mounts. I don't know, World of Warcraft. Well, not World
No.
of Warcraft mounts, but animals rather than speeder bikes. If that takes your fancy. Speeder bikes that can jump, I should have you know. I miss the days when you got your mount and you went back to the first planet and just taunted everyone. I have my speed bike and the sprint buttons. Fuck you guys. Although I think the sprint button's now unlocked from the start. Back in the day, it was level 15 you originally unlocked that. It's like, oh my god.
I know in World of Warcraft they've reduced it.
Oh yeah, eventually it's... I swear they keep it that high originally just to draw out subscriptions. It takes you half an hour to get anywhere. Now to fight the giant. Well, always save first, then fight the tank. Tank droid. That seems oddly on the nose. Tank droid. That's kind of water like droid. Uh oh, it's see me. And I'm now on fire.
The old traditions come back.
It has a flamethrower. It's launching grenades. No, flamethrower. My swords aren't doing anything.
If on fire, Sean, there'd be something wrong.
That's only in the Saints Row I just caught a light for no reason. And some of those were literally no reason.
We've had it happen to you in other games, though. It's a recurring theme.
And yes, it is quite a thing to bring down. Just wave your swords and throw force lightning. Ah shit, we're both out of force points. Well, this is gonna be fun. Run!
Hang on, force points.
Mana bar. It's an RPG. You can't just be flinging magic around left and right. They have to restrict it somehow.
Let us end this.
We're gonna die.
We're all gonna die. This is where I realize my plan. The ultimate Jedi technique of throw grenades at it. I am truly the greatest Jedi ever. It's dead. That was kind of a good definition for this game.
General?
Now, where am I? And, I've become one with the droid. Know your enemy. Bathe in its entrails to learn its secrets. Oh, there's a droid, so it doesn't really have entrails. It has components.
Not the same thing.
Yeah, no, usually covered in blood. But I might get that coolant fluid or lubricating. Right, open hair doors, take 2. It worked. Right, let's get out of this joint. I fancy some snow.
Let's blow this pop stand.
Ison's a recurring bad guy coming up soon.
That's what the kids say, isn't it?
What, recurring bad guys?
Yeah.
Kids know about
Sense a recurring bad guy.
Kids know about recurring bad guys. It's like Team Rocket, but even less efficient. But not quite as likable. Come on, we all like Team Rocket. They're oddly lovable for thieves.
They're not really villains in that sense, they're
Especially-
antagonists more than
Especially
anything.
James, who is just adorable in every single way. And going back and watching through the anime, I forgot how many times he cross-dresses. You know, once it's odd, when it happens a lot, it's starting to get questionable. That times James cross-dressing. You make a joke about it at one point. No, James is cross-dressing. Or James is lying if he's the flaming Moltres, which you're like, yes, James, you are flaming. No, I want the other box of loot. We must take its stuff first. Now we can leave. And save. Always save before leaving. Off we go. Now don't crash this. I assume we pick Atton up at some point. He's just with us. And
Statement.
told you, recurring bad guy.
The target has invaded us. We must pursue it. Observation. They've likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The bay control computer likely will have a record of their departure. Query. Have you discovered anything about the shuttle's course? Answer. I have managed to track the shuttle's movement.
Hang on, there were two of them.
Network.
There's three of them.
However,
There's loads of them. I said they are the recurring bad guy.
The polar region, which was the shuttle's apparent destination.
See, Disney got hold of HK-47 and now mass producing him.
Region with the last known coordinates and approximate path of the shuttle. They will not escape us again.
I know we say it every time, but this time they won't.
Well, this can't be any worse than last time. So that's the whole.
Well, take a guess what happens.
Doesn't look like much to
Are they going to crash?
Yes! He gets shot down again. Well, that doesn't look suspicious at all, like it's hiding something. How did they get there so fast?
And they look a lot shinier as well.
Well, they're in pre-rendered cinematic. They have higher. Oh, missile! If that missile's not guided, that's a hell of a good shot. Right,
You
he's
gotta
guided.
be kidding me! It's not my fault.
So why do we let him fly the damn shuttles?
He so sounded like a teenager there as well,
Yeah.
didn't he? You gotta be kidding me. It's not my fault.
Survive the landing. Why are you get flying off the edge of the mountain? Just stopped.
What's the phrase they sometimes use? Any landing you can walk away
Yes.
from is a good one.
An excellent shot, even with the prevailing winds. I couldn't have done it better myself.
Somehow we got blown out of the shuttle.
Picked up on the heat forms of the
Out of the
Jedi
front
and
of the
their
shuttle, I
allies.
should.
Activate the mines and prime the self-destruct sequences.
That's a worrying design in a shuttle.
Yeah, but the windows isn't broken. That's the clever bit. How did we get out here?
Oh, Jedi, it is good to see you intact. We were concerned that
These guys do need a
your
mod like
shuttle
Team
would
Rocket.
damage you
Do every single time.
irreparably. Quick clarification, but now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary addendum. And put an end to hostilities. Unnecessary clarification. We merely wish to cripple
how
your
it's
vessel.
unnecessary.
Once we tracked your coordinates, we were able to deploy several droids in this location. Probing query. We are, however, curious as to why you chose to come to the remnants of the polar Telos irrigation system. There is nothing here that our instruments can detect. Eager threat. But we are looking forward to extracting your motives for coming here when we place you in torture restraints. Self-evident answer. Wherever you try to run, we will be there, armed and ready. Rhetorical query. So the query you have posed to us is one we put to you. What are you doing here? here, we wonder?
Oh.
Where's the suck my lightsaber option? Okay, we'll fight. Ah, these mines again. Good job I have the ability to freeze time. Yeah, it's mine clearing. Right, now we begin the charge.
What charge?
No, I mean charge towards them with Freylane swords.
Right.
But first level up.
Priorities, you know.
Well, time's poor. It's not like anything's gonna wait. In the middle of the boss fight. Hold it! Gotta level up. Which you can do in the Arkham games. Just in the middle of the fight, just press the level up button. Alright, I'm ready now. Let's do this.
I hear you.
Ah. Alright, God. Done. Ow! Not me back. Right, now charge. But it's not really quick. Nah, it's still not very quick. Kill them. Slice off their limbs.
Accuracy ratio achieved.
One down. These ones don't self-destruct. In fact, I don't think any of them self-destruct after the first one. Do. Damn it, his metal body is deflecting.
Still calling you master.
Yeah, well, odd thing.
Everyone down.
Systems failing, Master.
But the AK-47 calls you master, so I assume it's a thing. Ooh, another bit for our HK. We'll have that. We can rebuild him.
We have the technology.
We do. We just got a bit of it. Oh, okay, how did he end up in the back? This whole crash needs a Arkham game reconstruction using Batman's detective mode. Just to work out what the hell happened. There's only one thing to look at. Ooh, there's a door. Isn't that convenient? Ominous.
Very.
They're wearing white.
How do they hear it?
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not
Force.
be harmed.
The door made no sound.
The Force. That's who wants any question in
I
Star
will
Wars.
not
Just the
warn you
Force.
again.
They all
Drop your
turned
weapons,
around.
or we shall take them from you.
Do as they say. I sense we will come to no harm.
That's not that reassuring. Define harm.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place...
I was so hidden it got
Atris,
bombed
you
from
have
orbit.
been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you
Is that
such
a collective
fear?
term?
What do you mean?
Yes.
We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you
Let's stack
doing?
up.
Get
yeah,
out
listen
of my
to-
head!
I also when Kreia shows her claws.
Struggling. Let me follow the current. Deep, deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Not at all sinister.
No.
With the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah. And there is its heart. You surprise me.
Okay,
I
she's
couldn't
slightly
feel it
scary now.
before.
Yeah.
Your feelings
seen
are
when
a
she gets angry.
powerful shield,
Um,
indeed. Do not worry, Atton. If she is a Jedi, she will forgive. And if she is not, she will not care.
You can't tell her. Please. I'm asking you. I don't want her to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atton, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this woman we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will.
If I didn't know, I'd say she was drifting a little to the dark side.
And if I refuse...
Funny you mentioned that.
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atton, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself...
What, witches exist in the Star Wars universe?
Yeah, they do.
The Jarek can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
There's a lot of riddles in this, isn't
Yes,
there?
she is very cryptic about everything she says.
Sleep, murderer, and be silent.
Something funny about that. I just, nope, it's faint.
A critical moment approaches.
So you go from one real witch to another witch. So yeah, that's Korea showing her claws for the first time. Hey look, red holocrons, that can't be bad.
No.
I'm sure those won't come back to bite us in there. Does no one believe in safety rails? And
I didn't
Apparently not.
expect to see
A
you
long
again
drop.
after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
hi, Tris, you're still as much of a cow as ever.
Have we encountered her before?
Yes,
No,
there you are.
well, your character
Perhaps
knows
you
her,
do
and I
not
know her from
yourself
previous
as well as you
playthroughs.
think. Regardless, your arrival here begs an explanation. Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing to admit that we were right to cast you out? You sought adventure, you hungered for battle, you could not wait to follow Revan to war. The Jedi Order asked
here you
only
get
for
backstory.
time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled.
Seems dangerous to let someone with
There
the
was much
Force
about that day that
cut
was
you off from the
difficult to
Force.
forget.
Mm.
Your
But still it came
words,
back.
your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. So I would never forget.
Hey, it's our lightsaber. It's Viridian.
Yay!
How
Indeed,
dare she have our
a
lightsaber?
lightsaber is the mark of a Jedi. When you turned your back on the Order,
Then why did a
it's not
Sith have
yours.
them?
I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never
Oddly
forget your
sentimental of you.
arrogance or your insults.
One might even say obsessed.
Then you misunderstand its meaning while it is in my possession, and what it now represents. But I am not unsympathetic to your feelings. Leaving the Order must have been difficult for you. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice. So your choice was to meet the aggression of the Mandalorians with more aggression. That is not the Jedi way. Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war, and it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way, and you turned on us. Without you and the other fallen Jedi to support them, to feed their lust for war, Revan and Malak's crusade would have been over before it began. You betrayed the Jedi teachings. All that you had been taught you threw at your feet, crushed them beneath your heel. The Jedi teachings require we examine our actions. Acting without reflection is not our way.
Wait, what?
There was
Yeah, it's
no
not
guarantee
hands-on.
that marching to war would have
Arena.
saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite. A physical victory perhaps, but the real victory lay in... Do not twist my words.
Oh, some of the ways you can twist
A
her words are
physical
brilliant.
victory is not the only victory, or the only loss. You do not know... How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been...
How dare you? How very dare you?
Pointing out the flaws in my ideology. How very dare you. And point
You
out I'm
see
so
shadows
above my
where
own
there are
ass. I
none,
can...
hate where there is none. You are blind as always. I tire of fighting.
One might say she's getting angry.
You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my
Jedi don't
questions.
get angry.
So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the
she's
council
calm.
is correct, then why are you here?
I
Your
want
ship.
my ship back.
Ah, the Evan Hall. It is not your ship. Unless you're admitting to the destruction of the Faragas mining facility. Necessary. The
Define
destruction of
destruction.
Faragas was necessary. You have not changed. Acting instead of thinking. Putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi.
Yes, when the Sith are trying to kill you, you should stop and think. Look at this right
No,
things.
your crime is much more than that. Without the fuel from Faragas, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds.
Don't be held back.
Telos with a test.
Yeah.
See if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the
Oh,
Republic
the
will not
Republic
finance
couldn't
another.
find it, their
The
arse
other
and
Rim
tried.
worlds devastated by the Sith will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime. The Sith? What do you mean? You speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. Tell me, where did you encounter them? Faragas? What would they want there? They can't have been looking for you. You. If they thought you a Jedi, the teachings of the Sith blind them indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go to see if you would lead them here. I said I was the last of the Jedi exile, and I did not speak falsely.
They're just so
There are
warm.
others who were once Jedi, but no
Yes.
They will not take action against this threat. I have your ship. I will return it. You must leave here before you place us in jeopardy.
Good. I don't want to stay.
I don't
my lightsaber.
Leave to use.
Wow, they can teleport. Ah, she has a hood down. She must be a unique character.
Are you all right, mistress?
The exile reminded me of something I had forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile. I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Was she important to you once?
We all have our heroes, and when we watch them fall, we die inside. She made a choice once, and I did not. The day we judged her, I stood in the chamber, and she was so right.
Well, actually,
She was so
according to the record,
certain
you
of it.
sat.
I doubted myself, but not now.
Everyone
She will never make
sees
me
and
doubt myself again. But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed.
Which is
And
Jedi
please,
speak for
yes,
playing Angry
mistress.
Birds on my phone.
We can attend to matters here.
I'm trying to work out whose voice that is.
It's Catwoman from the Arkham games.
Yeah. I knew it was familiar.
Just not quite being quite so smart. So yeah, that was Atris. Everything wrong with Jedi pulled up to one person. I got light side points for that. I'm amazed. I got light side points for being really quite horrible to her. Anyway, next time we will loot all of Atris's stuff and get our shit back, and finally leave this dust hole. Well, ice dust hole.
Snowball?
That's the thank you. I knew a reason you're here. To correct me when I can't talk properly.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Pretty much.